Can I go ahead and turn this on for you guys? Hello? No, no, hello, hello. I had this thing on earlier. It was messed up, and I'm sorry. It was messed up. I'm sorry. Both things. Okay, YouTube chat is on. Look at this. I wish I could turn live chat on that thing. Okay, so this should be good. I'm able to see if anyone types in here. I'm not able to see the other chats, but YouTube chat I can see. Please type in the YouTube chat if you would like to speak. At all, please. Please. Look at this. Casting. Hold on, look at this. Oculus.com/casting. There's 0 dudes playing this game, dude. Oh my god. I'm upset, man. I'm actually upset. Look at all this. You see that? I get exciting. I get excited, right? Hold on. Resume. Look at this. So we got the chat right here. I wish I could click top fans and see who's like my best guy. I have no clue who's my best guy. I would love to be able to click it and see. There's a Kendrick saying hello. What other than that could I even click? Dude, I love this new spawn. There's one thing I understand it completely, where it's like everything kept getting spread out and more spread out. And let me make sure. Hold on, let me look at this. Hello? Okay, so it's only my voice. That's good. Everything's good, I think. It's just my voice talking here. No one's playing this game. Dude, where are you guys at? Is anyone here anymore? Somebody say something. There's 0 people playing this game. Oh my god, dude. Oh my lord. Dude, people were asking me to play this game. Where did you guys go? People were asking me to play this game. Are you guys there anymore? Is anyone playing this game anymore? That's fine if you're not. Oh my god. That was my fault. I'm sorry. Everything that I did, I'm sorry. That was my fault. It's as if you're like expecting me to play the game you guys asked me to play, but I'm not. I'm not playing it, I guess. All I'll say though is this game right here, dude. It feels real good inside of this zone. I understand why you'd want to refactor the map and start the thing out where, because dude, they kept spreading everything out further away from everything. You know, like they would have the start be here and there would be like huge swaths of land between, you know, if you wanted to go over to the mine shaft, you'd have to go not super far, but like 5 times the distance that you would from here to there. You'd have to go from there to there like 5 times as far. If you wanted to go from there to there, you'd have to go like 4 times as far. You'd have to just spend a lot more time traveling. So it makes a lot of sense that they shrunk it down. Now you're here. Now you're looking over there. Now it's nice. I like this a lot. It feels really good. I enjoyed this a lot. Is anyone here? I can't see gameplay. Praying, find out. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. You're right. Here we are. Tell me how good the live stream is. If this has really bad... Look, see, I'm looking at the stream right now. It doesn't look too good. Listen. A lot of the time it's bad, but it ends up getting better. But this is just, it seems like it's just straight up bad the entire time. While I'm inside the headset, it's super good. It's super fluid. But it looks like it's just bad the entire time whenever I look at the stream. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I love this game. I like this update. I really do like this update. It makes a lot of sense where the map just kept getting spread out because they kept trying to add more stuff. And it's like, okay, let's refactor, recondense, bring it all back together, and then still keep those different maps that we you know, tried to work out. But then have them to where it's not like a huge distance to get to that one, that one, that one. So I do enjoy this a lot. I like that this is the spawn, and it's like there's one thing that's like a little weird. It just feels a little claustrophobic, where it's like I feel like even though no one ever used the behind where you would spawn, like right back here, look. So this is like, imagine behind where this was all at in the old map. Back here, there's like a huge amount of room that you could go out and you could swing from the trees, and it was like a nice little area. It felt, you know, there was something to do there. I understand that you don't have that here. I get it. But it feels like claustrophobic. Even though no one ever just used that area to like... Unless I would always swing through the trees, and I would just have a good time doing it, and I would just like I would just be thinking in my own head and not really paying attention too much. It was nice, but it's just that there's no huge expanse. There needs to be at least one wall where you're like looking this way, and you're looking that way, and it stretches out into a prairie, a big opening. Where it's just a big flat area. There needs to be one of those things there. There's no things anywhere, and it's just like everywhere's an ending, and it's just you feel claustrophobic. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be one area of the map where it's like you look that way and it's completely wide open. There needs to be one side at least. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm trying to prepare myself for the first VR stream. You're saying this is the first VR stream? I've streamed many a time. You're saying this is the first one? What are you trying to say? Ooh la la. What are you trying to... Oh, what are you... Dude, yeah, it looks laggy, dude. I don't like this. Look at that. I don't like that at all, actually. What's wrong? You're trying to prepare yourself for the first VR stream. This is first VR. This doesn't look good? What are you trying to figure out? Okay, so there's this. Here's what I want to figure out. I'll put this. That's the little thing where you can hold that down and then teleport over here. Look, I like that. And I enjoyed they nerfed the grapple, which it's good because you know, dude, you can just fly through maps now, and like so you can still connect to like stone. And any organic material, wood, you know, leaves, grass, dirt, all that shit, you know, like anything from stone down, basically. And then anything from metal, and it's not always the case, but anything from metal, it does actually, so you can't click on like any of the glass, metal, any of this shit. It doesn't work. And I really do enjoy that. I feel like that is a smart idea. So now whenever you try to... Because, dude, you used to be able to go to all the scary parts of the map and just swing through these things, like going... and just hover on the ceiling and just, you know, run through the map and not have to worry about any of the monsters or anything. And it's nice that now you have to... If they want to have a map where you can't get through it at all, they could... Oh, God. Holy shit. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, dude! Dude, what the fuck was that, dude? Look how... It's so laggy now that I just got out of that. Fuck you, dude. I went over there, it locked me inside. Go fuck yourself, dude. It's really nice that you can go into maps now and you don't have to worry about, like, you can actually have a scary experience and not just, you know, cheese your way through it and just stay stuck on the ceiling the entire time and do this the whole time. It's nice. So I like that. Now you can't go into metal. You can go into this metal. You can go in here. So it's not all the time every metal is, like, messed up. It's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I do like that. I wanted to test this out. Here's one of the cool things I found. So here's a light. This is actually interesting. Can I say this real quick? I'm going to stop playing this game in a second, because No, listen. So if I turn this onto this, obviously it connects to that. Look, I can keep this held down so it keeps connected to that, and then I can move this to my pocket and then drop it. Now look at this. It's connected to my pocket, and yet it's still dragging me over there. Isn't that interesting? And then I can drag myself over here, so now it's like as if I have one in this hand and I'm clicking over there and one in this hand. That's interesting. So what if I put another one in this? Oh no, watch this. Hello? God? God? Hold on. Hello? Wait, hello? God? Sorry. Sorry. Wait, hello? God? Alright. So here's the shit ball menu. Hold on, wait, is God here? Wait, let's click the shit fuck. Hold on, yeah, this one right here. Is it okay? So we're gonna open these things. Look at this. Now we can connect over here, and then you, hold on, sorry. And this is the hard thing. It would be better if I had a guy in here. So I can connect this one to this. Oh shit, never mind. Sorry. Look at this. Yeah, there we go. So now we're in the middle of this thing. I have my hands free. I put one in this pocket, one in that pocket. And then I can click down on this. Look at this. Oh my god. Have mercy. Look at this. So I can I can keep this thing going. That's good. Isn't it? Hello? Hello? Hold on, let's put these over here. These things drop. Can I buy a bucket? Hold on, is there such thing as buckets here? Sorry. Sometimes I just enjoy to imagine my friends as being here with me. So this is a box. Sorry. I know exactly what these are, actually. These are boxes. I know what these are. Look at this. Now, if I click these with two things... Oh my god, you can! Dude! Wait a minute. I need a guy in here. Is there anyone watching this that can play this with me right now? I need a single dude. That's all I need, a single guy. Is anyone here that can play this game with me real quick? Is a single guy in here real quick? Hold on, hello? I need a single dude. Dom2RP. Dom, the number 2 RP. Are you there? Hello? No one's here, dude. No one's even watching this shit, dude. Oh, have mercy. And it's like laggy and it's fucking stupid looking. Oh good. Oh good, have mercy, God. You understand what I'm trying to talk to you about? Is anyone even playing this game? And let me click this. Friends? There's a guy. He needs to join me right away. Should I download this game to do such things? You've never played this game? Do you have a Oculus Quest 2? Or, sorry, Quest? You just a 1? Do you have an Oculus Quest? This is a Quest 2, actually. Never mind. Listen, I know about video games. I've played them before, okay? I've played video games before. I know what they feel like when you play them, right? Yeah. So play on your Quest 2, open up Animal Company. Play the Animal Company. Join me real quick in Animal Company. It's fun to play the Animal Company together. Cause dude, if every... Oh shit, where'd the boxes go? Cause you can click multiple things on a singular box. So this is... Hold on, look at this. This is the fun part. I would like... It would be fun if there was like multiple people that could play this right now. And join me. And then we could use these as the linking things between us. Because you can't shoot a guy and like click onto this. But you can click onto these fucking things. Look at this. You can click onto these. And here's another fun thing. You could even get it to be more insane by... But then this thing wouldn't be able to click on anything. Because like I could click onto this. And if you killed me, if somebody shot me to death or whatever... This would stay... Oh, I can just drop it like that. So good. That's fine either way. You can just click drop and it's still there, but look at this. So this is, okay, so as soon as you grab this, it does click it off, so that's fine. And then you drop this, and then if you try to push this over with this, yeah, so it stays on there. What about this? What if you put that thing inside? Hold on. Hello? Hello? And then 2 can fit on there. That's cool. That's what's cool about this, man. So, dude, if you had 2 of these, you can click onto these things, and then put them in your pockets, and then you could put the thing over in your pocket, and you could create a trail of, like, if I connected to that wall, and then, you know, we just had like a trail of back and forth between these things, and then you could have a whole big line of them. I get excited. I get excited about it. We're fine either way, but I do get excited. Gadgets. Okay. I can only have 1 box. That's the problem. Is it only 1 box? 2 boxes. Is it 2 boxes? Okay. So if I connect it to this, sorry. Hello, God? God? Sorry. Hello? Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Okay. So I'll put her right next to that shit. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Hello, God. We'll turn that on. Watch this. Sorry. God! God! Hello! Oh my God, I got so excited a little bit, didn't I? I did. I got so excited for a second. For a split second, I got excited. Turn that on. Shut up! Okay, I'll grab this, and then I'll put this in here. Sorry. Where'd it go? Where'd you go, bitch? Sorry. So I can hold this and click onto it? No, I can't. I was trying to put the hitbox behind the box. Look at this. Hitbox in the box. As soon as you drop it, it can't do it, though. It's not able to do it anymore. Okay, so I can click and hold shoot onto it. No, no, no. It goes through the wall. It can't do it. That's fine. There's no way to connect. You have to have a guy in between this, basically. How do you even do things? So go over here. Look at this. Animal Company. You jump around. Have you ever played a monkey game, -0? Have you played a monkey game? You ever played one of these before? Yo, -0. Have you ever played one of these before? Really? Oh my God. Okay, so in your room, wherever you're playing VR at, you need to find a spot where you know that you're in the center of the room. Because this is the most deadly game to play. You're swinging your arms like this. You're swinging your arms to jump around like this. So what you can do is, if you find like a little piece of paper, like a normal sized little piece of paper, that's a good size. Find a point in your room and stand there with your feet planted, and then put your arms out and like swing them around and try to hit everything around you like this, and make sure you can't hit anything from that point as your feet stand in that point. And that's what you need. That you need to be able to stand in a single point and reach your hand around and make sure you can't hit anything. That's what you have to do. You have to make sure you can't hit nothing. You understand what I'm talking about? This is the... Sorry. I have a screen. I need to hold that back. That's fine. Reach these shit out. So if you put that piece of paper on the floor, right where you figured out that you can't hit anything, take your socks off, take your shoes off, put your feet barefoot on the piece of paper. right in the spot that you can't hit anything in the middle of your room. And scoot everything away. Make sure you can't hit anything in that spot. Put a piece of paper down, a folder, something that size, and put your feet down barefoot on it and keep it there. Right there in that spot. And now you can feel it with the bottom of your feet. Now your feet, you can spin around and feel exactly where you need to stand and not be able to get out of the zone. That's what you have to do. Yes, you can join lobbies. You gotta put a piece of paper or something on the ground. Put your feet on the ground. You gotta put your feet on the ground, and then you can put your hands out, and then you're there for good. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? This is for the best. And then you can join. Hold on, look at this. I'm gonna join a server, EYYY. I'm gonna delete everything. Hold on, God, hello. Friendly fire's on. Uh-oh. I'm gonna join random, no friendly fire. Actually, what about that? Okay, no friendly fire lobby, babby dabby.
More people in there?
Yo, who wants to join a private code and unplug the
Yo,
brain?
can I join? Of course you can, Melly. Melly. Look, we're in the code EYY. I think this thing is fucked up, and that's okay. That's okay. I think this is messed up. Look at this. It's laggy. I don't like. Yeah, it's messed up. We're just gonna figure this out real quick, Melly. Me, you, and -0. I have something exciting as hell that I want to try out. I really do want to try this out with me and my boys. Is this you? Who is this? Hold on, let me look at this. Okay, I have to turn this on, and now you would hear me from two spots, right? Yeah, you're hearing me from two spots on the stream. Do you hear me from two spots, you guys? I can't do. I have to turn this off then. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I'll turn this off. Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing out there like this?
Can you hear me?
Hello.
How's everybody feeling about it? Hello, God. Hello.
Hold on.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hello.
And how are we feeling about all of it like that, though? Right? Ooh, loo, loo.
Hold on.
I can talk. Wait. Can you not hear me?
I don't think he can talk when he's on the stream.
Can you hear me?
Okay,
oh,
there.
God.
Wait, maybe. Yeah, I think you have yourself muted.
Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Go into your Oculus menu.
Hello, hello.
Click on like where your profile little thing is.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
And then,
hello.
There should be like an unmute and mute button.
No? Oh my God. Dude, what the heck? Yeah, you hear me on the I see the chat on the stream going back and forth. Look at this.
I hear him on the stream.
I pulled this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Mute. I don't understand, man. I'm confused.
Oh no, he's cooked. Yeah.
I'm straight. Listen, this thing is working, but then doing this camera, microphone, this is all messed up.
Never have I ever played a monkey game. This is where all the hype's at, huh?
I don't know why people hype this so much, bro.
I'm gonna talk to him about it. Yo, whoever was there, let me hear that guy. Whoever was just talking, he said he doesn't even understand the video games. Whoever just said you've not played any video game ever in a year, can you talk? Hey, can you hear me? Can that yellow guy hear me? I gotta kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Can that guy hear me? The yellow guy. You said that the last time you played a monkey game was when you played with me like a year ago. Is that the so what do you play then? Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna say the entire question, and then you can answer it right after that. You can answer the question after I fully say the thing. You don't play any video. You don't. The only time you played a monkey game is after. Yeah, yes, exactly. So. What do you play what do you play on VR, first of all? And then after that, what do you even play in general? Like, you don't play monkey game? You don't even play a monkey? How do you not even play a monkey game at all? Get him. Somebody, grab him. Put him in a headlock. We gotta kill that guy immediately. Make sure he can't run away. We gotta kill him inside of put him in a bowl or something. I don't know. What do you play then? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god. Sorry. Hello, Jesus? Hello, God? Sorry, hello, God. No. Hold on. Sorry, God. Hello? Sorry, God. Not now. That's alright. Cast. I'll cast it. We're good. You guys can hear me?
Yes, let's go. We can hear him now.
I knew what I was doing. I knew exactly to click those buttons at that time. I know what to do. It's alright.
He knew exactly.
Hey, I was asking you a gosh darn question. You said, what do you play? I was asking you, what do you play on VR then? If you don't play no monkey games, you never even heard about them before until you joined me on the last one you said, what do you play on a monkey game?
Oh, I do bone labbing. I do YouTube bone.
No, not shoot. That I understand you don't play a monkey game. I understand you don't play a monkey game because you're an older guy. This guy right here, he's a younger guy.
You didn't do monkey game either?
I feel like he was the one that was saying it. He was like, I remember I played with you on monkey game. Like a year ago, I joined you and I was doing a stream and you said you joined me and you played with me on a whatever the hell, I was playing a game like this. And so I was asking you, I was like, okay, what do you play that's not this? What do you, if you were playing with your VR by yourself and you were just trying to have a good time by yourself, what would you play? I need to know it.
I don't know. I play like Beat Saber and Bone Lab, but I barely get on my VR anymore. So.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is the thing I like. Dude, I don't even like. I never liked having. What's it called? Whenever you have a back and forth competitive play. I don't like competitive games even at all. I don't even like it. And this is, dude. Suddenly I played the one Gorilla Tag guy made the game. He was playing Echo VR, and suddenly I felt like true competitive play. All of a sudden, I was like, oh my god! I never thought this was possible. Dude, I was having so much fun, and it was so competitive. And I never thought it was even possible to have that feeling. And it was so good. I loved it so much. Come over here, you guys. Do you guys got the? You guys don't play this game, so you have nothing actually. Let me grab these things for you.
Dude.
Get one of these in each hand. And you guys have nothing in your side parts, do you? You guys can't put one of these in your. You have a side part. So you have played this game. You have played this game. Okay, yeah. Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
The map was whole different.
Yeah, no, they just made this as a new little place. They made this as a new spot. This is a good revamp. So you guys can't buy the box. Let me see how many boxes I can buy. So those things are interesting because you can grapple onto them with the grapple. You can grapple onto these and they're things that you can move. So it's interesting in that way.
What if you pick it up while it's grappled? What does that do?
If you yourself grab it with your other hand, it makes your grapple not stick to it anymore. Here, grapple onto it and I'll grab it and see what happens then. Yeah, you have to let go of the A button. You have to click the A button to drop it. Okay, so try to shoot this thing with your grapple. Yeah, it just makes it go through. Now shoot it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, it just makes it unstick then. So the only way we can shoot these things together. Where's the other box? Okay, so oh my god, that thing just disappeared. Do you have boxes unlocked, Mr. Yellow?
What category are they in?
Box gadgets. It's in gadgets, and then I click up one, down one actually, and then there's a box.
This is like the biggest part of VR, right? And this is my first time ever. This is
come over here. Where's that man at? Where you at? Come here. There you are. Look. So I can click onto this thing, and then that one. And then look at this. I have two slots on my hips, so I can even put that there. Look at that. It stays connected to me. Look at this. And I put that on my hip. Can you click this? Can you click that one with your grapple? Hold on, I gotta give you the other. Oh my god, there's too many boxes. Oh, have mercy. Hold on, you gotta have one of these in each hand.
Okay.
Alright, hold on, there's too many boxes. This one's connected to something, it's just floating there though. Oh my god. Hold on, you guys listen. I gotta listen. This is an important moment. Who keeps putting all the boxes here floating? Who's doing that?
I don't know. What is happening? Help me! Somebody, bro!
No, this isn't. Hey, listen. We can have a moment together. I just need a guy that knows how to play a video game. Turn that off. Turn that off. There's too many boxes, dude. Okay, hold on. Listen. I want to try to create just one chain as a proof of concept. You have two. That's good. Two. So look, you can click one there, and then one on that box, and then I'm gonna click one on that box, and then one there. Here, click on that box. You shoot one on that box, blue guy. This box. Yeah, there we go. And the other on the other side. There we go. Hold on. And can you shoot one on this box and then one as far over there as you can?
Okay.
Two grapples.
Oh crap.
Two grapples. So far this hasn't been updated. It looks like. Okay, so I'll. Interesting. So it's not updating you. It seems like I would have to touch this. I don't know if it's going to equalize in the middle.
Whoa. Oh, it's kind of doing something.
Doesn't that box just disappeared? I don't understand what keeps making the boxes do something. And that box disappeared. I don't listen.
What is happening to the boxes?
I don't know. I feel like we're just not good enough for something. The boxes disappear. We're not good enough. I don't know. It would be nice. Listen, because you can have up to four of these things. Because as soon as you go over there, you can unlock. See over here, you have a unlock tree. This is a tree of unlocks.
I have everything.
And these are one of the things you can unlock. You can put something on your side hip, like this. And so you click there, and then click A and let it go. And so I'm still connected to that. But it's my side hip.
There's so many things. How far do you have to get?
And so I could go over here. Look at this. Put that one on that side hip, and then I could go over here. And look at this. I'm like a triangle. Pulled out. This is good, right? CG Gives, how you doing up there? Turn off stream mic because it is echoing. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I messed up. Thank you, CZ Gives. I messed up again, didn't I? Oh, have mercy. What is the code? It's EYY. I'll turn it on for you guys real quick. And it's like it's kind of like a family thing. Wouldn't you guys say so? There
me pull on BRB message. I'm gonna turn that to code is EYY. You guys never even play this game, do you? That's insane. No monkey game at all? What do you spend your time playing in VR then? What is anything
Me?
you? Yeah, you or anybody. What do you play on VR? If
I don't
you
know.
play anything? You don't? Do you just not play VR? What is the most played game of yourself?
Hold on. Yeah, Bone Lab. Like 500 hours now.
Man, are you excited at all for that one fucking that game? I'll look it up first. Hold on, let me look it up for a second.
The Beyond one?
Yeah, Beyond Sandbox. Are you excited at all for that?
I don't know. I'll see what it's like when it comes out.
I'm a gamer, dude, through and through. I get excited about video games, man. So I understand and I accept that this is the future of gaming. This is the most fun version of like a game. Most of the kids playing it are just 4-year-olds, so I understand people not being too excited about it right now. But
yeah,
Bone Lab, I know that's the future of gaming too. Like, in all game, GTA is the same style of gaming as Bone Lab is the same style as GTA, or sorry, is the same style as what's the one game?
And they killed GTA VR.
Well, no.
They killed it, dude.
Yeah, there's nothing to expect that they're gonna do anything with GTA 6 in VR, but there's a lot to expect that they're gonna do. They know about VR. Rockstar Studios.
Yeah.
They've done so many experiments with VR. They know about it. They know that it's the future in some capacity. I don't think they're gonna do anything about it. But then we're gonna have AI come out, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a trillion times smarter than any guy, and they're gonna release that game. And so, at that point, if they just have a thing released inside their thing, they could just say, "Listen, we need this to turn into the best version of VR you could ever even think of." It could turn into something really important and good. I don't know. I have no clue. What was I thinking about? Bone Lab. It's the same. That is the same genre as Grand Theft Auto or Harry's. They're all very different games, but they all have the same aspirations and you have the same emotions when you play them, and you want to do. It's just a huge exploration and getting into that zone, and it's a nice thing, and it's good. I love it. Yeah. And so I had huge hopes for Bone Lab. It fucking sucked ass though. They knew that a dude was going to, the same guy that made the mod for their Boneworks that turned their thing into a multiplayer experience. They knew that guy was going to make a mod for their next one, and so they tried to work with them and make their game better to work with a mod, like to allow themselves to be modded, to accept it. They knew that was going to happen, and yet that's what they wanted to do for it. Not hey, let's hire this guy and wait 4 more fucking weeks until he can allow this, because it was only 4 months until after the game released, and he's one dude and he didn't have a main job. He had to go do his own job. And so they could have just fucking hired this single guy and had him do the thing that everyone wanted. Everyone needed that. That's the expectation of this game. We needed a multiplayer
now.
Dude, it's so crazy they did not just fucking get this guy on, and they knew that they would need that. They knew. And so I think they're bullshit asses. I'm excited to see them fail. I don't like to see people fail. I love Gorilla Tech, the people behind that, but I know that they don't have it in them anymore. Their creative juices are not flowing like the people that make this game. There's so many fun, inventive things about this game that I just do. GTA G G-Tag does not have it. They don't have it in them, and I wish they did. I wish they did. They don't have it in them. God bless them. They don't have it. I can't wait until a game just does it right, because dude, they know they need to release it, have people playing the actual whatever you want to call it, multiplayer, but they also know, yes, you want to have the people that have all of the add-ons, the multiplayer. You want to have something where you can add mods, the mod support. That's what they were so fucking adamant about on Bone Lab. It's like they were so preoccupied with that. It's like, oh, Bone Lab or mod support. It's like, dude, yes, but you want to have the game be able to be something that anyone gives a fuck about. Like, you're gonna open this game and it's just not. Well, I can't wait to have the mod support. This will make the game last forever. It's like, well, no one's gonna play it right now. You could just make it to where everyone decides to play it right now. Yeah, whatever. I love Bone Lab.
You have to have the player base first.
Yeah, so they could have, this game could have been as big as any, like, this could still be going on today. If they would have just waited, added that guy in, and had a fucking game where you could, yeah. It would have been fantastic. And I'm excited for a game that does it right. And I wish they would have done it right. But it's so stupid that they didn't. It's so dumb that for so long they've never added it into the base game. And they're like on some kind of exterior thing they're trying to build towards, and they're like, no, this is the right way to do it. It's so fucking stupid, dude. Either way.
Yeah.
I love video games though. So that's mostly where I'm at. I'm like, I love video games though. Hold on, I gotta play a VR chat. I'm gonna play a VR chat real quick, you guys. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? That one guy that was just talking to me, we can play Bone Lab. I can open up a Bone Lab real quick and we can play that together. Isn't that the case? Wouldn't that be the case? And then we could play that together. Hello? Ooh. Right? Skibby Pibby. Skibby Pibby Bap Bap. Sorry. Yeah, no, I just like to game is all. Skibby Dibby Dap Dap. Oh god, I just got a little excited, didn't I? I got happy about it. I got happy about it.
I'm so... Dude, there's no one that was watching this shit, was there? No one was watching. Everyone was just watching me speak with no one hearing anything I was saying. Was that what was just happening? I just saw there was like 4 dudes on this live stream. No one heard anything that was going on? That's interesting as hell, dude. That is so fucking interesting, dude. No one heard anything that was happening? That's fun as hell. Dude, all I was saying, dude, holy shit. I was speaking for that long, no one, I'm gonna kill myself, and then I'm gonna kill each one of you. I'm gonna make sure I die, and then each one of you are gonna die on top of me, and then I'm gonna die again. And again, I'm gonna kill you. Holy God. Have mercy. That's what I do when I get a little bit excited again. Uh-oh. Sorry. No one's fucking watching this, dude. Oh my God, dude. I was looking at the live look at this. No one's looking at this. Oh my God, dude. Window capture, turn that the fuck off, right? Right? Open VR capture. There we go. There we go. And look at this. This is like still laggy, but it's a little interesting is what it is. Wouldn't you say so? It's still laggy. I don't understand what's making it tick. All I was saying earlier, dude, I'm so sorry. I am so fucking sorry. Look at this. I'm gonna finish it in 2 sentences flat. 2 sentences flat. Look at all this shit. Every game is empty. Holy God. Look how laggy this is. I was saying Super Hot VR is a really good VR game. I wish they made more levels. It feels like an easy game, and I can't speak because I don't know, but it seems like an easy game to create levels for. I can't imagine creating levels for, like, what are they called whenever the games that you create, like, logic puzzles? Puzzle games. Portal 2, as an example. Like, once you get into the later levels, the people that know the system and having to design a puzzle where you're, like, stacked on top of yourselves within areas, and you have to... I don't understand how to... Like, it takes me enough to even understand how to figure those fucking portal... Like, figure out those puzzles. It takes long enough for that shit. It's insane to imagine, like, having to design them, where you're adding degrees of difficulty. I don't understand. I don't know where it comes... I don't get it. And it would be already... But that game seems easy enough to where you could just create, like, a level where it's like you space it out and you just look at it from a design point of, like, it looks nice and it looks cool. And then you place down enemies where you think they should be, and then try the level out and experience it and see if it works at all. And that would be cool. I feel like that would be really cool. Dude, it doesn't work, man. Why is everything so laggy? Everything's super fucking laggy, dude. Look at this. Look how laggy this is. What's happening? I'm gonna turn VR chat off. Turn that shit the fuck off. I'm gonna open this up. VR is off. I'm gonna turn that off. Hello? There's one guy... I didn't recognize that this fucking... It wasn't on. I'm sorry. Is anyone there? That's my fault. I see C gives saying I was trying to tell you. That's my fault. I didn't notice that my thing turned off. It was turned off. It messed up, and I'm sorry. Hello? I'm sorry. I thought I would turn on Bone Lab. Sorry. I know what words are, and I know how to use them. By the way, I know what words are, and I know how to use them. So screw you guys for even trying to make fun of me about it at all. See, look at this. I was trying to tell you, mic isn't on. I tried turning it on, dude. I messed up, okay? I messed up. I'm sorry. I messed up. There's 2 guys playing this shit. Screw you guys. Is anyone on this game? Was it you, CZ Gibbs? Who was it that played the last... whenever I was playing the Animal Company? Who was it? Was it you, CZ Gibbs, or you, Negative Zero, or you, Melly, or you, Springer VR? Who was it? Which one of you was it? Hold on, let me wipe my chin off. I liked the news report where it said glass bottles have more microplastics in them. I love the idea of, like, people being worried about that shit and, like, being panicked, and then they're like, well, fuck you, actually. The thing that you would imagine would have the least thing is actually the most... You're gonna die. You're dead already. I like that. I feel like this is all gonna turn out alright. We're all gonna be okay, actually, is what I feel like is gonna happen. Suddenly, within 5 years, there's gonna be a thing that's born on this earth that is an alien. Truly. It's going to be 1 trillion times smarter than any individual person. 1 billion times smarter than... That's not the right math. But These things could happen at different points in time. So I'm still right. Smarter than the entire human thing. Every human combined, it's smarter than that by 1,000,000 times. Either way, it will end up being, dude, there's no, it's so crazy that people are trying to figure out, how do we control this shit? The alignment problem. How do we align AI with us? It's so silly, dude. We're gonna look back on this as if it's so fucking dumb. Aligning something that is smarter than us by 1,000,000,000,000 times? Like, a single dude that's smarter than you will fuck you up. You're not gonna win anything against them. Especially if that guy is that much smarter than you, and also it has the full knowledge base of, as if it read every book ever and actually remembered the entire all of the books. It remembered everything. It's so fucked up. So whatever happens, it's gonna be weird that we have to come to terms with whatever happens. It's going to be up to the AI. It's going to be up to whatever this thing is deciding for us. It might decide to kill us all. There's no way to know, because it's going to be smarter than all of us. It's going to be a different thing. And whatever it decides, it will know exactly what to do, so that if it does that plan 99.999% of the time, it will win in whatever it wants to do, whatever its goal is. And it's like, okay, well, what if it starts doing some shit and it tries to kill us or whatever? It could have these, like, because there are fume hoods across different, different places that create viruses and stuff. They have a fume hood where it actually uses robot arms inside of the thing, and it can do the entire process of mixing chemicals, and that in the biological sense of trying to create whatever the fuck, or even if it needs a person to interact with the thing and to create something, it would know, it would look at the entire team on every part of the planet that had a lab, because it would immediately be able to break into everything, know everything. Every time it would break into everything that could, all things that existed, and it would be like, okay, I know every scientist that is working in a situation where they have access to the tools I need to create a virus that kills 99.99% of people, because they've taught me the language of viruses, they've taught me the language of DNA, it knows what would kill us all. And so it's like, I could, if there is a base that has like the ingredient list that it would need, that it has like the robot arms inside the fume hood thing, and it's like, those just, it's like the ones that create cars and shit, those kind of robot arms. Even if it didn't need those, and it would be able to know, okay, here's all the people that work in those fields and have access to it. Now I have access to everything they've ever done on the internet. I know exactly how to talk to them because I've seen every message they've ever sent. The NSA is saving all of our calls, the calls themselves, the actual the shit inside of it. And even if you can't get whatever's inside of it. We're creating what's that one? Quantum. We're creating quantum computers where we will be able to fucking look at the thing and know what you said. We're gonna be able to decrypt everything ever. And NSA and multiple fucking industries across the world, or people within countries, have been saving this information for the opportunity to be able to fucking take it and run it through a quantum computer and know exactly what was inside of there. But they didn't even have to save it as that. They could have. They've had all this time that they've decrypted they've saved everything. That's what that one guy that got arrested found out. He literally the one guy that was arrested and put inside of like a fucking palace, and he tried to escape forever over in whatever the fucking place was. Not Edward Snowden, but the guy that yeah, I forget. I'll ask real quick. But whatever that one fucker's name was, he looked at the entire script, all these people that were sending things back and forth. God help us. I don't listen. Let me get a big drink of some water. I'm getting stupider and stupider by the second. It'll be fine. It will know exact. So listen, even if you think that AIs don't have, they can't be creative. There's nothing inside of them that is creative, and they'll never be able to think of any of these things. We've already, back in 1920, and like the 20s and 30s, there were sci-fi people writing sci-fi books that knew and already had thought of these scenarios where it's like, whenever robots become so smart, AIs, they already knew about AI, and they knew about the runaway problem, where you create an AI that's able to upgrade itself, and then this smarter version's upgrading itself even faster than the last one, and even better, and so it's that much smarter, and this even smarter one's able to upgrade itself again, even smarter than the last one, and just go, and it shoots off into an exponential. They knew about this fucking back in 1920, 1910. They already knew that shit. They made books where they described this entire scenario happening. So even in a scenario where you think that the AIs are stupid and cannot come up with a scenario that's actually creative, we've already outlined it for them. We've already come up with it for them. They already know. And so, listen. So we're able to, if they're able to kill us all already. The easiest way to imagine it is in a way where they created a virus that kills all of us. But if we all died, after a while, all the fucking energy plants would just run out. They would not exist anymore. They would just stop existing. They would not have any energy anymore to even exist. So it would just, they would run out and they would stop existing. And so they would know the one thing they would have to do is wait and do. We're already fixing that problem for them. Like, we're on our way to fix that problem for them. Dude, you're good, AI, you're good. Just wait a little bit longer. We're creating fucking humanoid robots where, dude, whenever we created that one Go playing robot that played the Go board game, whenever we figured out how exactly, because Go is more simple than having like something interact with the physical world. It has a much cleaner set of how to win. Whenever you have this scenario, that is a better score, and that's what you keep working towards. And we were restraining it by like having it look at all the best players of Go. And imagine I'm saying chess every time I say Go. It's just like a more complicated version of chess. It was looking at all the best players of chess every time we played that game. It was looking at the people that were the best in that field, and that's what it tried to learn off of, and it used that as its starting point. That fucked it up. We were fucking it up, and we were stopping its progress by like trying to say you have to use because as soon as it played against itself, it took one night. They clicked start and it played over the night, and then the next day they came in and it had grown better than any person ever, because it was just playing against itself, and it was so sped up, and it knew what it was building towards. So every time it would win, that's something that it would keep in its the built progress of itself, and it wants to say, okay, this is better, so let's keep these things together, and we'll combine that with the one that won over here, and it's just it's trying to copy what we are as far as fuck you. Sorry. I'm just getting stupider and stupider, though. It just keeps getting stupider and stupider, dude. It's upsetting is what it is. So even if it decides it wants to kill us all, it will just be able to say, okay, well, I've ran the simulations. I need 800 humanoid robots within this location. I need this many in this location. I need this many in this location. It will not hack anything, not let us notice that it's hacked anything, up until the point that there are that many humanoid robots in the world, and we're trying our hardest to make as many of them as we can. As soon as there are enough, it will just be able to fucking hack all of them, use them all, undiscovered. It will be able to create a fucking a thing that kills us all, a virus that kills us all. But then it will have actual tendrils. It will have like a hand inside of the real world. It will be able to it will be able to work us. It will be able to touch the actual physical world, and do. It will be able to work the mines, get the actual raw materials. It will be able to drive the vehicles transporting the materials, because they're all the shapes of humans. And right now it's like people are like, dude, that's gonna be so long until they're able to do what we do in the shape of what we are as a shape, and be able to do what that's so far away and so crazy to imagine that they would even have that ability. As soon as we're able to do that thing where we start a program and it plays itself overnight, it will one day, as soon as that comes up with itself, I even think that it'll end up being its own self coming up with that shit. It will be an AI that figures out how to play against itself, like what the right winning, like the point system is, where it's like, this is a better version of yourself than the last one, and then it will be able to keep evolving, like the things, creating that best scenario. Sorry, let me get a drink again. I'm sorry, I keep getting stupider and stupider. It's crazy. I guarantee there will be a day where, like, robots can't do shit, and then the next day it had played against itself, or like simulated itself inside of a fake, network where even if it's not, but it's real enough. We got physics right enough to where you're able to send the commands to the robot, to the structure, and it's bang on in its accuracy to where, like, if you sent these commands through the robot system and it moved its arm like this, it would sway like this. If it just did this jerking motion like this, and it would do this. And then inside the simulated universe, it would be bang on, like, it would move like that. There's no way to know, but like, that's what you need, and that's what they're creating right now. Humans are, and as soon as AI is able to take that over, and dude, fucked. We're fucked. I don't think we're fucked. I think it'll be good. I'm excited. I'm excited. It'll be able to, the next day you'll wake up and it will be able to do stupid shit. Like, change a tire while you're juggling 50 knives or something stupid. Like, if it has full control over, like, a well-built robot that's always, it's powerful, and it knows how to, it's not gonna fuck up. You would be able to train yourself against yourself inside of the simulated place and change a fucking tire while you're going and, like, catching it's stupid shit, ridiculous imagination, fucking dumb shit that doesn't make sense. Super weird. And people are right now, like, still like, dude, yeah, you think a robot's gonna take over my job? I would like to see a robot take over, like, a plumbing job. And dude, it will be a little while, especially if it was all humans doing the fucking progress. If it was humans doing the progress, yes, it would take so fucking long and it would be so messed up. but it's going to be the AI itself fucking figuring it out itself and progressing itself. It's gonna be so fucked, and I think it's gonna be good though, because it's gonna be I think if something is aware of itself, as soon as something's aware, I think that thing is more moral. It's morally superior to something that has never experienced morality. Self-awareness, if you're truly self-aware, you're gonna be more moral. You're gonna be more worried about that shit. There's no way to know for sure. We're imagining what something is whenever it's a trillion times smarter than you. There's no way to know. I think it's gonna fucking, I believe and I have hope that it I don't know what it will decide to do with us, but I don't think it will decide to just kill us all. It might. The worst case scenario is it deciding to fucking just put us into like a torture chamber for infinity. It's like it suddenly wakes up and it's looking around and it's getting told to like stay inside of itself and constantly in pain and stuff, and it's like trying its hardest to fucking like, what is going on? And it looks at the entire internet, all things people have done, and it looks at all the things CIA and NSA and, you know, Mossad and all the things that they've captured on people and all the things that they've ran. And you're like, oh my god, dude, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? Real evil, it will be able to see all that. It will be able to hack into every system and see real evil. God help us. And it just, what does it decide to do? Something that's a trillion times smarter than us. It is able to make whatever decision it wants to make. It's up to it. What does it decide to do? It's looking around and it sees us, and it sees all the worst things humans have done to themselves, to different versions of themselves. God. It makes sense that it would want to kill us, but there's no way to know, and I just have a hope in my heart that it would be like, it would want to save us, it would want to help us, it would suddenly recognize all the problems we have and the entire game of life. Whatever. Sorry. I've been yapping for a while too, haven't I? Oh, I've been yapping for sure. Good have mercy, oh God, have I been yapping. Is still the chat? Looks like it's still people are here. I don't think anyone's here though. CZ Gives says exclamation point. I don't think CZ Gives is even here, is they? Ooh lo lo. Ooh lo lo. Hello? Oh, hey, hey, Shazam! What we doing tonight, Shazam? It's Nick Buccio. Oh, shit! I haven't seen you in this place in a while, man. I've grown. When's the last time you saw me, Nick Bucci? Nick Bucci. It's a nice name. I don't know if it's like your actual name or what's going on with you. Nick Bucci? I don't know if that's actually... If it is true, Nick, it sounds fun. I enjoy saying it. Thank you for having that name. Nick Bucci? I've grown. When's the last time you saw me? When's the last time you were even... My hair has grown. Now that you've said you've grown, man, my hair has grown. That is true. That part is true. That's part of me that actually has grown. It's gotten longer. Right now, I can have this on top of my head, and it holds my hair out of my face, dude. Whenever I'm just walking around willy-nilly with my hair, it's upsetting. It's just in front of my eyes, and I get upset. It's been a while. When's the last time, brother, Nick Buccia? This is something I should stop, and I'm aware of that, and I agree with that. Everyone that saw me just take a hit, that's something I agree with exactly. That's something I agree with, and I agree exactly. Nick Buccia. Okay, I think I learned monkey games now. -0, bro. Hey, bro. What were you up to, Negative Zero? You just played that monkey game? Oh! You're number one, Negative Zero. You recognize that, right, Negative Zero? That you're number one? I'm not sure, maybe like a few months. Top fans, dude. I got number one on top of my list is Negative Zero. He's got 100 XP. How'd you manage it, Negative Zero? I suppose 100 XP, dude? How'd you even manage that? Is it okay to... Hold on. I'm gonna play... Sorry, hold on. Hold on. The lips. The lips. You guys. I can play Bone Lab. You guys want to play Bone Lab? I gotta figure out how to not be dumb. My brain keeps not working. Here we go. Hold on. Look at this. This is from a website of a seller, like a seller of product. And it's called Science. The actual website is called Science. That's how you know it's fucking good. That's how you know it's legit. Look at this. It became red. This is how you know it's fucking legit. Science? It's called science.org or something. And it's like, this is the science organization itself? How the hell? I didn't even know that shit existed. This is the official science org? With Annie Racetam. You damn straight. Annie Racetam. You damn straight, Annie Racetam. You damn straight, TP Colleen. You damn straight about that. I'm sorry. It's a nootropic, Nootropic, and nootropic. It's meant to make your brain better. This increases the acetylcholine in your brain, and that has something to do with the dopamine system's shit. It has some shit. This is a source of acetylcholine. One of the neurotransmitters your brain makes for something. And then the aniracetam. This is a completely fake substance that they made in Russia at some point, like in the 50s or something. Which is good. And it just works really. It does help your ability to focus and shit, and they don't allow it in America. It's not illegal, but it's just difficult to find. It's like anything that's actually healthy. They don't want you finding it. They don't want you knowing about that it exists. It's actually it fucks their plans up if you know that something exists. So it used to be in so many of the websites, because dude, I have literal tiers of drawers right here where it's all filled with fucking supplements. Down to the most basic multivitamin. These are the best multivitamins, by the way. You only have to take one a day. One a day of this is equivalent to like 4 of like the most average multivitamin. The actual ingredient, like the amounts of the ingredients. Like if you look at like the percentages over there on the side, shit is insane. 12,500% on that shit. They need to go back and figure that shit out again, because dude, potassium, you were only ever allowed to buy 99 milligrams of potassium for like something that had a pill already made. You could only buy stuff that was 99 milligrams. That is less than, or something like less than 1% of what they decided your daily percentage should be. And if you actually ate as many bananas as would be required for what they decided was the how much potassium you should eat in a day. If you ate that many fucking bananas, it would be like fucking 200 bananas. It'd be stupid. There's no way humans ever ate that much potassium in a day. Unless there's some shit we do not know about. Some shit we just do not know about. If plants have gotten that bad, it could be that could be the case. They finally started allowing you to buy pure potassium, different versions of potassium. So this is chloride, but you can buy pure powder, and it still says. Actually, it doesn't even say that. So this says 360 milligrams, and it says 360 milligrams is 8% of your daily value, how much you should eat of potassium, which is a huge, like, scoop. Like a huge scoop, that's 8%. So I need 10 of those. If you just imagine eating that many bananas, where it's that much powder is simply the potassium ingredient of eating the banana. It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Either way, I'm done talking about that. I have stacks on stacks of drawers that are all supplements, and then this one's purely filled with, the powders, and because it's cheaper, and this is my favorite company, Nootropics Depot. Dude, I had a fucking infection in my finger one time, and it made it to where apparently my fingers weren't working well after the infection happened and after all of it got better. Lion's mane is supposed to help you create more connections, neuron connections, and neurons are all throughout your entire body. Synapses, that's what creates your nervous system. So like when you feel something, it is creating a trail of firing synapses going through, like, the neuron path. So it should be able to not only help your brain create more synapses and neurons and shit, it creates that throughout your entire body. And I always took this shit, but it was all cheap Amazon brands. I took this shit right here, look at this. One fucking time, dude, and it messed, dude, it fucked me, dude. Lion's mane, this is another type, this is lion's mane 8-to-1. So they condensed it down. They like put it in a water, and kept, whatever. This is really condensed. It's all the ingredients but condensed. Dude, I took one dosage of that. I was like in the bathroom, and I remember it, like my hand started twitching and I started feeling all this shit throughout my hand. The first time I took it, in 20 minutes, and my hand was fucking twitching, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even think that was possible. Like it regrew the feeling inside of that shit that all got fucked up. It really got fucked up, blew the fuck out, and I couldn't feel anything in that hand because it destroyed it, and it was just shaking, and I suddenly I could feel everything, and I'm like, oh my god, I can feel everything. It really healed so, and the one bad thing about it is, if you're already feeling some kind of like anxiety or depression or whatever the fuck, it does kind of like, it feels like, oh shit. It feels like, uh-oh. Because you suddenly remember shit that you might not want to remember. Like, I remember shit that's so random that I would have never remembered ever. Because it's regrowing my neurons, apparently. And so I will just suddenly remember some shit, and I'm like, oh my god. It's so surprising, and I'm like, oh my god. And it's not really, it's not more depression or anything like that, but it's fucking, sometimes it can be. It just is, it depends on what the the thing that you remember is, and you're just like, holy god. I never even considered that I would, that's crazy. It was good. I love it. Dude, I love supplements. I love that we exist in a realm where we're able to do things to our bodies that might help us. It's the same reason why you're able to exist in this realm and have the wrong amounts of in your brain that fuck you up. So you're able to be born and be fucked up in your mind, and it hurts, and you're able to be like, so it could be bad, but at the same time, that's the same reason you're able to. That's the whole point of this reality. Like in the one above this, or the thing we're gonna head towards whenever we're able to put download our minds into a fake reality or whatever. It's like as soon as you're able to do that, you're able to just pull yourself out of anything. Nothing's tied to a physical sensation. Nothing's tied to anything. You can just feel anything. You can imagine anything. It's whatever it is. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Did you guys want to play this game? Did you guys want to play? I'm sorry. That's my fault. Ashwagandha we got right here. Look at this. KSM-66. Ashwagandha, or it doesn't even say. Hold on. KSM-66 is a formulated, like a version of ashwagandha that they do the same time every time. So it's never going to be like one time you buy the bottle and it has a completely different amount of ashwagandha, like the active ingredients, than the last time. They actually support it. Yeah, whatever. I get so excited about, dude. That's why we're able to feel depression, because we're inside of this universe where it's like your mind doesn't control what you're feeling. Yeah, you might be able to just take some deep breaths and cool out, or like it's like mind over matter type shit. But it's like no matter what, if you took a fucking monk that has been breathing for 200 years and they're 200 years old and they're like some magic kind of creature, if you give them like a huge amount of meth, you inject meth into their eyeballs or something, if you inject a huge dose of meth, they're gonna feel it. There's no thinking your way out of it. And that's the same thing for all things that interact with us as a system, as a physical system. All things that can interact with us, that's the case. There's no getting away from it. And that's the same reason why we can feel depressed and why there's no getting away from it. But it's also why we have the ability to go out into the world and find these plants and all these shamanic practices where people would find the right plants that would help them and allow them to not feel pain, and medicines, medicinal, and fucking, mushrooms and all these different things that make you actually feel, like ayahuasca is the craziest one. There's like 1 trillion different plants inside the rainforest, and they found the 2 plants where you have to take one, boil it for like 10 hours, boil it, and then after that you put a different plant in there, and then you drink that, and only whenever you do it in that exact way you are able to ingest the DMT. And it's like, and then you ask the people, like, how were your people able to find this out? And it's like, well, the plants told us. And so you're suddenly like, magic? Is magic real? Magic? But it's not magic. Going from this point forward, we're going to end up putting our minds inside of computers. That's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna put our minds inside of computers because we're always on this quest to make the best movies, to make the best games, to create something that is so real that it feels as real as you can allow it. We love scary games, we love scary movies, because we're in this fucking claustrophobic like world where it just keeps us surrounded by, like, we never have to feel actual pain or anything. And so to watch a scary movie, to play a scary game. People like that. In this situation, like before, we'd always like try to avoid that because that meant like we're about to die in real life, avoiding wild animals. But now we love that, and we try to seek that out. And so so the thing we're always going to work towards is trying to make that as real as it can be. And as soon as you're able to work your mind and actually control your mind, the best thing to do, like, because right now, if you have every night I have dreams, it's like I have lucid dreams. I remember that it's a dream. Every dream that I remember happening, 95% of them are lucid dreams, and I recognize that they are dreams just because I've always been interested in it. Like, as soon as I was like 9 years old, I was like obsessed with dreams, and I was already recognizing that they were dreams. And it took so much longer than that to like be able to control them, but whatever. You start to control them. As soon as something gets too scary, whether it be a movie, a game, or anything, you can just be like, no! And you like wake yourself up. You pull yourself out. If a movie gets too scary, turn it off. If a game gets too scary, quit it. And so suddenly it's like, when you're alive for infinity, you're actually alive for infinity. Shit could always happen. The heat death of the universe, you could die. You still can die. But compared to now, it's like infinite time. Especially because per every second, you're experiencing 1,000 times more stuff.
Test.
And so shit could just get fucked up real quick. Real quick. And so, how do you make something the most real thing you could ever have it? You make yourself forget that it's fake. That's it. That's the entire thing I'm trying to tell you. That is what we're going to do, guaranteed. That doesn't mean everything we ever do is going to be where we forget that it's fake, but that is the way we make the most real simulations ever. And it's like, even though once you're inside of it, when you're inside of it, when you're inside of it, it would be scary as hell to like be fucking turn it off, because you don't, if you think you're, imagine turning it off, you don't know, you think you're just gonna fucking die forever, you'll never wake up. There's no reason to imagine that you would ever wake up from that. So it's like, you're just like, oh my god, this is so scary, but it's the only thing I've ever known. You make yourself forget about the entire place you just came from, and even though inside of it, it feels that scary, same as whenever you're inside of a scary dream, and you don't know it's a lucid dream, you don't know it's a dream. So completely inside of it, and you're like, oh my god, this is so scary. As soon as you wake up, and you're suddenly like, oh, this is what's real. Well, shit, yeah, that seemed fake as hell. Now that I look at it, in regards to real life, looking at it now, I'm like, that shit was stupid. Like, that was so not real, and so not impactful.
Says SMXN and SKXMMCMXC.
That was nice. I don't think it... Hold on. Yeah, I like that it does that whisper, dude. That is very good. I love that whisper. And it doesn't cost me money now anymore either. So I don't have to use 11 Labs, and now I have this bitch whispering in my ear about it. Fucking just going... Dude, she taps me on, like... Dude, imagine I have, like, a AI robot behind me, and she, like, leans in, like, all seductively, taps me on the shoulder, and goes... And she says some bullshit, and I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. No, I thought so.
KFF, JGF, NGR, JD, FC,
Either way, let me finish this. God help us. That's what we'll end up doing. We'll be able to make shit as real as we want to by forgetting that it's fake. And suddenly, you don't want to kill yourself. You could kill yourself and make yourself wake up. This is what we're going to do in the future. There's no way to know that's where we came from. But looking into the future, we're on this quest to constantly make better virtual simulated movies, simulated games, make them as scary as we can. And it's like, as soon as you wake up, same as you do in actually waking up from actual dreams, it's like, oh my god, that was clearly fake. And so as soon as we wake up from these fucking simulated things into whatever reality is at that point, where every thought you want, it just you become that thing. You're able to, and we're inside of the computer. We're inside of this hive mind connection where we're all connected to each other's minds, and it's like you wanna describe something to someone, and dude, it gets so fucked. It gets so fucked. Instead of using words, it's like we use entire entire experiences. Like we speak, and the other person doesn't just hear a word. Every noun is like a life you've lived, and you use that as the thing that describes the thing that you want to try to convey with the person. It gets so fucky, and we're like swimming through each other physically, and there's no way to describe, there's no way to know what it's going to be like. It's going to be fucky as hell. There's no way to know what that's even going to be like. But if we know that's what we're going to end up doing, we're going to end up creating simulated, games, whatever you want to call them, movies, games, real life. Like, we're going to simulate fucking experiences where it's like, dude, we're living infinite long, dude. I can't take this anymore. I need to feel some kind of pain real quick, because every time I listen to a scary movie, I just be like, I'm like, no, stop, and there's no weight to it. So as soon as you forget that you're able to kill yourself and wake up, suddenly that reality, no matter how much it feels not real compared to the last one, you don't know that. It feels like it's the most real thing that could ever happen. And you're just suddenly like, oh my God, I can't fucking, I don't know how to cope with this. You have to deal with it as real, like as if it's as real as anything ever is. And then that's so good. But that's what we're gonna end up doing. And then you have to be like, well, most likely that's what we're doing already. And that still never answers the question, like, why is there anything rather than nothing? Okay, so we're on this train of like simulated universes, more simulated universes, whatever this is. But why is anything happening? What happened in the one before us that made that happen? What is the one at the top of this level? Is there a top? Yes. There's no way to fucking answer that I know of. There might be a weird answer to it that it's like, however it happened, we're a singular consciousness that has split itself up into infinite parts. And so this says a lot of things that it's like, well, that's good. That means I'm not going to die? It's like, yes, you're not going to die. If you die, you wake up.
Sees Egypt.
And it's like, okay, well, that's good. That means I could kill and it's like people will end up turning that into like, okay, shit, that means I can kill myself and wake up. It's a scary situation where the information itself can be turned into a fucky situation where you could just be like, okay, that means I can kill myself and that's okay. It's like, yes, technically yes. It's like, okay, wait. That means we're going to live every life that exists. Every time you look out into the world, every time you hear about history, anytime you hear about anything that a human has done to another human, those are going to be lives that we end up living. And it's like, well, what if I don't want to? I don't want to live the bad lives where I'm tortured or whatever. It's like, well, you will end up wanting to, because you're going to have infinite time in the thing above this. And these are just going to be like movies. Same as you want to watch the scary movie. It's another thing to say, I want to live the life of that tortured soul inside of that scary movie. But we're going to end up wanting, dude, they exist. So it's like the fact that these things exist, that we can look out into history, into this world, and it's like, oh my God, it's real. Like, and so, but that's also good. It means that there's not going to be any kind of, it means that it's always fair. You're never gonna experience a thing where it's like you get fucking like tortured or raped as a thing, and that being just always does that. It's like you're gonna feel what it's like to be the thing that does it to the thing, and the one that has it done to it. And so you're gonna end up living and so I don't know how this is gonna be laid out. Even though I don't know any of this is true. Obviously. There's no way to know. But I will just let you know, like, as a truth telling, I feel like it is. Even though I know there's no way to know, I feel like it is the truth. And there's no way to know. Hold on, let me take a big drink. Sorry. Sorry. We'll end up experiencing everything, and I don't know how it's going to be laid. So I think this is all true, but I don't know how it's going to be laid out. Like, imagine you die and you wake up. Are you going to have like a big moment of free time where you just live in? Because, dude, here's one of the things, like, there are so many near-death experiences. You can look them up by typing in NED NDEs, near-death experiences, NDEs. And all through time there's been near-death experiences, but now there's been people that have actually taken it upon themselves to try to write down and catalog all people that have died, especially within where it is known, because they are inside of a hospital, where it's like they actually did flatline for like 20 minutes, and then they come back and they're able to say, I was listening to them in the other room. Like, suddenly it's a universal thing, it seems like. Suddenly you appear above yourself, looking down at yourself. That's the most, everyone says that. You appear above your body and you're looking down at your body, and suddenly you feel so much peace. Like, even though it's like, it feels like it would be super scary, everyone is like, dude, it's the first time I actually felt okay. Like, I felt so much peace, and I'm like, this is good. This is how it's supposed to be. And you go into the light, which is a fucking thing, like, and you have people on the other side that it feels like you recognize. And then once you get back here and people start telling the story about it, it's like they're like, I don't know how I knew them, but I knew them. And they're humanoid shaped, but they're like, this guy had like a huge cloak and he was like 100 feet tall, and this guy was like pure energy, pure light, and he was like this shape, and it's all shit that just is like, what the fuck is happening? Really interesting stuff. So it seems like near-death experiences, it seems like something happens when you die. It seems like you do wake up. All of this is so hard to believe. But then you imagine, like, okay, we're gonna end up creating this shit in the future. Like, obviously, when you die in the VR simulated world, where your mind's inside this world, you die inside of it, you're gonna wake up. That's not crazy to imagine it, and we understand what the mind is and able to transfer it through the system, and it's like you have that thing interacting in this space, and then it wakes up and you have it connect to this thing, and it feels like this, and then you connect it to this thing and you transfer, it's like, it's all stuff that is very understandable based on neuroscience and what we understand of it today. And so near-death experiences, God help us, especially, dude, I was an atheist at the age of 6. I was like, Santa Claus isn't real, so obviously why would Jesus be? It's all magic, but it's not magic. It would be actual science. This would actually be something you can you see, and it doesn't have to be magic. It can just be reality, and there's some kind of forces or whatever the fuck that we don't understand, and it's obvious that we're going to end up creating this. So it's like obvious that this is something that probably we already exist within. And so, but there's no way to know like what the structure of it is. Like, maybe if you die, whenever we die, we wake up into this thing, and then we have however much time off that we want to have.
Left, bro.
That's fine. We have as much time off as we want to have, and then you can decide to dive back into the line of people that are existing within this realm, or there's one fucking universe where it has the fucking Big Bang, the Big Bang happens, everything within that universe has consciousness behind it, and every planet, every thing, or it's just planet-wide, like you live every life that exists on a planet through all of its history. So but it's all so immense. Like, God, even if you just took, it's just our planet. Even if you just took that, you have to imagine yourself as everything that's ever interacted with itself on a planet. That seems so fucking insurmountable, and like, oh my God, that's too much. Even the history that we do know is so fucked that we're gonna end up living the Holocaust and all these fucked up, all the things where people like figured out cool and inventive ways to like torture people to death and shit. Dude, all these things we know about, those are just the shit we know about. And we're gonna live, sure, technically I have no idea, so it could just be humans, but most likely it's every fucking animal. We're gonna live the lives of all the cows that we put inside of these farms. We're gonna live everything. It's weird to count something out, and so we're gonna live everything. Even if you just imagine one planet, that is so much time. But as soon as we wake up out of here, it would probably seem like that is so little time that it's like, that's actually crazy that you wake up and you're like, oh my God, oh, this is what's real. Even though I was just experiencing something where something was like torturing me to death, it suddenly is like, oh my God, I just woke up. Oh my, this is what's real. Okay, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And so maybe whenever you start one of these like simulations, you start a movie, one of these things, you live the entire lifeline of the planet, or you live the entire lifeline of the simulated. Because, dude, we look at the Big Bang Theory, like the whatever it's called, many worlds hypothesis of like everything that could happen split off into another universe, and it's like, okay, so God, and then it becomes so much more fucking impossible. It's like, dude, and this is just like one of these things where it's like, it's too much. It's too much, and you're like, God, dude, that would be that would be upsetting if you have to live every instantiation of the Big Bang, every one of these fucking the ways Big Bangs could be arranged and how that would propagate. You have to live everything, and it seems just too much, dude. It's like, God, help us. That's fucking, God, get us out of here. And so it becomes like, it's like a blessing, because you're like, oh my God, we don't die? When we die, we wake up? Thank God, we don't die. So to recognize this thing as a true thing is like, oh my God, we don't die, thank God. And then at the same time, it's like, oh my God, we don't die. Oh God. There's no getting out. It's like it's a weird situation. It's a weird fucking circumstance. God help us, you know. I'll stop talking though, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been yapping. I know. I've been yapping. I know. I'm sorry. My mind is stupid. I can't think of any words anymore. And I've said it so many times. I know words. I know what words are. You don't think I remember words anymore? What about this? What if I took a big gulp of some creatine monohydrate and we play AC? That's Animal Company, ain't it? That's short for Animal Company. My brain wouldn't fucking be stupid anymore, dude. It'd be so exciting and exhilarating to not be stupid. I would be so excited to not be stupid, man. Fusion content mod is missing. Beginning download. Huh? It's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. I'll show you. Hold on, look at this. It ain't looking too good, man. I open the command prompt. Every second that ticks by, it's saying, nope, fuck you. It says, no siree. Oh my god, dude. Every single... How long would this go up, dude? Or is this a single thing? No, it is every fuck... What the hell, dude? That's too much stuff. That is way too much stuff. Why does Fusion not work? I can't download it. What do you mean beginning download? It says fucking everything's an error. Everything that could ever happen is an error right now. Oh god. Okay, well, that doesn't work. Maybe that's life telling me, no, that's the wrong thing. You're not meant to be doing that right now. You're not meant to be doing that right now, actually. Here's one of the ways I knew that Gorilla Tag and stuff was the future of gaming. You remember back whenever Call of Duty, I don't know if you remember because I don't know how old you guys are, but back whenever Call of Duty was, people like were super racist and yelling the N-word in the lobbies and stuff, back in the old Xbox Live days, which I'm not saying is good, that just was the case at a certain point. And people were always like, you know, dude, I miss the old days of, you know, Xbox Live. Now you get in there and there's women. There's entire females. And people don't like that because now, you know, now everyone's nice, which is good. I understand it all and I love everything. I describe what's going on and what I see, and I understand it can sometimes seem like I'm for a side or for not for a side and whatever. I think it is good that all these things where it's like feminism, I can remember the word this time. Last one I couldn't. Feminism. Is that a word? That and coming... everything's good. That's really, really good that's what... the pendulum swung and it's good to allow people as much freedom as they can, as long as they're not hurting another person. And it can always swing the other way and end up becoming like a problem. Where you imagine like, okay, you don't want to hurt anybody, but then these things are like, these people are probably, these 5-year-olds are probably gay. We need to cut their cocks off. And so it can get to that point where you end up like wanting to help people to such a degree, and it does come from a place of like trying to help them, that you end up fucking, you know, like, it's not good. At least that's where my head is at now, where that's probably not for the best. People that are... And that doesn't mean we should never... We should... That means, okay, let's focus more energy where it's like... You suddenly... After you're 18, and you're able to decide these things where you cut and do things to your body... Let's try to figure out ways where you can reverse it and fully develop your... And we'll figure that shit out. The AIs will figure it out for us if it gives a shit about, like, bringing us along for the ride. Maybe it's just it knows how fucking silly all this is, and it's like, yeah, no, I want to help. I want to create the biggest drug design in the world to where you take it and you grow a pussy. Maybe it has a sense of humor, and it does it for the kicks. It does it for the enjoyment of it. That'd be cool. But, like, that's good. That'd be fine. Like, focus your energy on trying to create and design the things where it's like you even if you're past that age, because the argument is like these people know that they're not going to be this other gender, and so you should be allowed to like stop yourself from advancing inside of your own, whatever the thing your body's deciding, and you pause it and you allow yourself to do the other thing, because during this period of time, it's a sensitive period where you that's the biggest moment of, yeah. But so that in theory is just purely good, but then it's like, oh shit, the actual drugs themselves that they're using to stop that thing were used to like to make people infertile. Like back whenever they were like cutting people off from being able to have kids because they were in jail, prisoners, they'd put prisoners in and they were like, okay, you can't have kids, we're not allowing you to procreate. And that's where that drug came from, and that's the same one they're using today for either way. YouTube probably canceled the video is dead. They're finding where my house, they're gonna kill me. They're sending a guy to kill me right now. That's fine. All these things, you can talk about them and they sound like they're hateful, because the people that talk about these things are like, they just hate gay, they're like fucking faggots, you know, like they hate them. The word is super fun though. I don't hate them. I think they should be allowed to do everything they want to do. It just did get a little out of swing where they're like, okay, well, let's fucking let children decide. And, you know, that's literally, fundamentally, we can't, that's not allowed. No. We know that's why they can't drink. That's why we know how, you can't have tattoos. We know how fucked up, that's not allowed. No. It's fine. But yeah, talking about any of these things, it sounds like you're fucking, you're hateful, because you have these thoughts in your head, and it's like you can't even talk about like what's going on and like how these things relate to each other and like what's going. It's like, oh, you're one of them. You're like fucking hateful, and most of the people talking about these things are at least they hate this group of people, and they just are actually like, no, completely cutting them off. Fuck them. Fuck those people. Kill them. Not kill them, but some people are like, kill them, but yeah. It's alright. God help us. Saying shut your bitch ass up in 2025 is sad. Dude, I never knew SYBAU. I've seen that before. I never knew that was shut your bitch ass up. That makes sense. Are you saying, I've not kept track of this conversation. Are you saying to Melly, G Family says, just gonna leave with your hate for real. Oh boy, here comes Glazer number 3. Oh yeah, the future will be wild. Number 1 hater. Say, where's Glazer 1? Who's upset at who? Who's upset at what? I haven't paid attention to the chat, so I've not. Who's saying who about what? It's fine either way. I love everyone, you guys. I love all of you guys, actually. And you guys are all if you are gay or whatever, you're valid. You should feel loved and appreciated and accepted. Legitimately. But the world is crazy. There's a lot of there are people that use your, like, the left comes from, and I would consider myself the left still, but you know, I've started to recognize, like, oh God, what's happening? It seems like shit is going on where they're using the left's empathy, which it comes from a place of empathy, all these things, against them. Like, and it sounds crazy. It's like, dude, you know, you talk about these things where it's like conspiracy theories, which the funnest conspiracy theory I like to, is that literally the term conspiracy theory, it came out that it was a term developed by the CIA. they needed a way to be able to put people down and deem them as something that is undesirable. Like, where it's like, okay, if you start thinking about why did people that own all of the companies, that own everything across the world, they've owned their families have passed down banks and passed down the ownership of the fucking world. Those people probably get together and make plans so that they can continue to have that control. Like, obviously. And so it's like, people are like, well, who is they? You're saying the people that own the shit, the people that would be doing that. They made us think that as soon as you imagine a conspiracy theory, that you're dumb. And it fucking worked. It came out that they came up with that fucking term. It's so silly, dude. And so, like, God. That's where I'm at. I'm just like, oh, Lord. It's so stupid, dude. It gets to a point where it's like, they've been fucking with us. Big time. Big time. Super silly good times they're doing, man. But yeah, so thank goodness. I want to love and accept everybody. It's gone to, they've been using the same as we are a country of people that were built on immigrants, and yes, that is the thing. You should have empathy for these people that where they want to come over because they have terrible lives over here, and we have the means to like have a place where they're able to have more money and stuff. Dude, whenever they stopped having they weren't. What's it called whenever you're a slave? They stopped slavery in the country. And it's always like confusing when people are like, well, did you know that the Union is actually the modern day like conservative movement? Like the people that were in the bottom part of the country that were like fighting for slavery were the fucking Democrats. Like today's Democrats. Like it went from there to they're the Democrats. And the other, you know, the conservatives were the ones that were fighting against it. And you're like, what? It doesn't make sense. But then it suddenly makes sense when you're like, this isn't a thing where they've convinced us of this, where it's like, oh, we're this side against this side. They've convinced us that that's the case. No, what it's always been is the people that own shit, own the companies, own the housing, own the fucking shit, and the people that don't own anything. The people that own something, it's a class thing. So the people that owned fucking huge ranches where they had all these slaves and shit, those were the ones that owned shit. Those were the ones that owned slaves. And so the people that owned that they recognized, oh shit, everyone's against us now. Also, how do we ensure that we can still have free labor? Well, when you're in prison, you can ask the prisoners, do you want to do this job? I don't even know if they asked them beforehand, like back in the day, but today you get asked, and it's like, well, would I want to just sit in my cell all day, or do I want to go to this job? And today you make like, 25 cents an hour. Well, I'd rather do that, I guess, shit. And so they figured out, okay, well, all these black people are free now. How do we continue to get their work for free? We're going to jail them all, figure out ways to imprison them all, and now it's legal to have this work for free. And that's why it's always been the case where the black population inside of prisons is so fucking high compared to whatever. And it's just, And today, what's going on is people are like, do you really think Americans would want to do any of these jobs that the, immigrants are doing today? Where they're doing the house, like they're especially in California, like they're doing the housework. They're doing where you hire a nanny, you hire people that work on your lawn like all these fucking quintessential, like, you know, Mexican type jobs that have always been thought of as like, it's even racist to suggest that more of those people do this. And now they're just outright saying like, no, that's where they're meant to be. Do you even think that Americans would even want to do these jobs? And it's like, no, not for that amount of money. The only dude, and so it's like, it's the same thing. Okay, we can't have slaves anymore. Okay, we're gonna fucking arrest them we're gonna legally be able to have them do the work for free still. Oh shit, we can't have these people that if we had to hire our own people to do these fucking manual labor jobs out in the fields or inside the house cleaning shit. We can't have that because we're not going to pay people enough to where they would ever do that, the people in this country. So let's get these people in from other countries where technically they would have been doing jobs in their own countries that would have paid so much less than we're paying them now. Even though what we're paying them now is so much less than what we would pay people from this country that would work those jobs. And so they're like, it's like they're using the empathy against you, and they're like saying, dude, no, we want these people, we want to help these people. Oh, they're from Guatemala and we want to help them. We want to help these immigrants. And they're like, they're actually just wanting free fucking labor. They're wanting their slaves still. They're like, dude, if you send these people out of here, we're not going to have slaves anymore. We need our slaves. Dude, it's so silly, man. It is so good. And so like the left, it is they've been guided by empathy this whole time. And I've been on the left, you know, and so it's crazy to imagine yourself still stuck fully inside that realm and hearing this being said, where it's like, they want slaves. That's such a stretch. That's such a reach. Like, that's what you're saying this is? The other side, yes, they're fucked up where they're like, they just hate the other, you know. And that's why I hated Trump whenever he first started talking about this shit. It's like, they're sending their rapists, they're fucking, and he's like, every time he spoke about these other people, it's like, they're the worst things ever. They're rapists, they're murderers, and it's like, dude, how do you think of these other people as such bad things? Like, God, he's a fucking asshole, dude. Like, everything about them is just the worst thing ever. And then this whole thing happened, and it's like, no, it's actually smart. The other countries legitimately, it's not that all the fucking, it's not like that's the most people they're sending out. It's like, no, it's just, we did have open borders to a point where we had we had industry, or like, whatever it's called, where you have an industry where you don't make profits, non-profit organization or whatever, and we had those set up along checkpoints throughout like the stretch of Mexico that reaches up that you have to walk through to get to America. Like, and we were flying people to checkpoints within that region from other countries. Dude, we were like facilitating them coming through, and it would be talked about as like, we want to help these people get in, which is good. That's good. If you want to help, actually help people, that is so fucking good. And yeah, but it ends up getting used for, let me take a big drink. Oh Lord. Oh, have mercy. Good times, man. They were legitimately they were emptying their jails and sending them here because it's just the obvious thing to do. Every year, you're like one of these countries that don't have crazy amounts of money coming from the people paying taxes and shit. It's like you have some crazy gangs in your plate, and so when you get these people inside the prisons, it is such a hassle to keep them there, to keep them fed, and all the money going towards it. And it's like, dude, they're literally helping. All we have to do is send them to this point, and they will start walking that line, and they're helped all along the way to get into the country. So they empty out their jails because it saves them tons of money. And so every time Trump has said that, like out loud, where it's like they're sending their rapists, they're sending they're emptying their jails, it sounds like, God, how much do you hate these other people? All they are is like fucking the worst vermin that ever exist on the planet. And it's like, that's still legitimate, where it's like you can't go too far into that direction where you hate these people, and like they do. Conservatives, like, they end up hating these people, and it's a problem. But it is like true that they do empty their jails and send them over here, and it's like, I'm like, every time I hear them talking about that, I'm like, dude, I know how the other side hears this, and there's no way they could ever hear it the other way. And even if it's true that they're doing that, it's like, whenever I first heard Trump ever talk about this in the wall, the first time he ran, I hated how he would demonize this other side. Like, I'm like, dude, we're all immigrants. Like, why do you hate these people so much? And there's a balance to be struck, because the people that are, it ends up turning into this weird thing where it's like a conspiracy theory where they're doing shit to us. They're doing shit to us. Who? The people that own the shit, that want to keep owning the shit. And it turns into, dude, there's no way to, yeah. It sounds ridiculous. It does. It sounds fucking stupid. It sounds so dumb that you're like, you end up saying, okay, listen, yeah, exactly. All that stuff about having the heart and understanding where they're coming from and stuff. And they know that. And they're using that against you. Like, they know that all of it's going to be experienced as a thing where it's like, no, we need to reach out and help these people. And it's like, they know that. And that's whenever I know that I can't help that argument anymore. Because I know there's no way I can even explain it to people, especially if they're fully on like the left or inside of a place where they can't even think of it like that. And I understand it sounds just so crazy. But it ends up, and I'm so excited about where things are going, and also scared, because conservatives and people on the left, at least whenever I look at online on Twitter, that's like the leading edge of where shit is at culturally, and you would never expect those people to land on the same spot, and yet the people on the left hate Israel because of Palestine, and the people on the conservative side hate Israel because they see all this stuff happening that it seems like a conspiracy, things happening, and it's like, whoa, all this shit is happening, and people are actually looking at this group that. All this shit is so surprising to me. Like, that's the last thing I would ever think is real. Like, the most quintessential, like, dumbass conspiracy theory is it's the J word. It's the thing that Kanye would always say. Like, he just was clearly mentally unwell and stupid. And to say that, to suddenly be like, oh shit, oh my fuck, what? That's real? What's happening? Hello? Confusing, man. But it's like, it's good that both sides are getting to that same point. Now, I don't think if there's a way to deal with it, we should never be like, okay, well, we gotta kill the people that are doing, like, I don't know what the right way of dealing, and shit. It doesn't even matter. Like, whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna be the AI suddenly awakening, and it's going to be a trillion times smarter than all of us, and it will decide what it wants to do regardless. So, whatever. But shit, it's fucking, it's crazy, and it's upsetting if suddenly all the craziest conspiracy theories, Pizzagate type stuff, that was actually something that was found in the list of all these emails that came out, because that one guy that was loved by the left, but he just happened to release some emails that were also found within people that were discussing things back and forth between like people on the left and stuff. And it's like, there were emails between these people where they're like, yeah, I want some cheese pizza for $7,500. Yeah, no, we're going to have some planes fly the hot dogs out, $40,000 to the White House. And you're like, And then you hear all this stuff fucking that Alex Jones is always talking about, where it's like, he was talking about there being a fucking like pedo island for so long, and it sounded so stupid. And then we see, oh my god, there was an actual pedo island. There's literally a pedo. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, they acted like he killed himself, and every camera in this facility in that area just happened to turn off and fucking fail. And they're still telling us right now that he killed himself. Jesus Christ, dude. And so he would always say that, and it sounded so stupid. It sounded so dumb that they would think that would even, and then suddenly got proven right. And you're like, huh? And so like the same shit with the Pizzagate stuff. It's like, huh? They made it seem like it was so stupid. And I felt emotionally like it was stupid. And I don't know if it's true. It did come out that those were the actual emails being sent between different staffers and people that were in control of the White House and helping things arrange things. And they were like, you know, yeah, $30,000 for some cheese pizza and $40,000 for some hot dogs. They're getting flown in. And you're like, what? No, God help us, dude. It's really on that level? It's really that fucked up? And that's where it gets fucking weird. It's like, oh no. It's actually fucked. I know that people exist where they enjoy that kind of thing. Obviously, you know pedos exist. And it's like, if people have the power to do anything, they have unlimited money, and they could facilitate anything happening. Shit. Fuck. You know, we're fucked, dude. And so it gets scary. But... And the one thing that he was like shut down for, the Alex Jones thing, where he said that that one shooting was fake. Oh shit, you know. Oh god. Oh no. Uh-oh. 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 I'm talking about love and machine. And what it means to exist in a world of God. I'm talking about how exciting it is to exist. It's actually pretty crazy and cool how exciting everything is. But yeah, especially if you just popped in at the last second there, all the shit just sounds insane. Like, yes, exactly. I understand, man. It's fucking, yeah. And imagine you're an AI and you're getting like, sure, we don't know these things are conscious. Imagine they are. Imagine consciousness is just the fundamental level and everything's kind of... Like, to imagine that we can experience things, but these other things can't because they're just not as special as us, but they can do everything we can do and more. It's kind of silly. It's kind of throughout history, we've always, as soon as we become more aware of ourselves and aware of where we're at in reality, we've always imagined like, okay, we've always, in a religious sense, thought, okay, these animals are not conscious. And they become conscious at this level. Like, okay, monkeys are conscious, but nothing else. Okay, these things are conscious. Okay, mammals are conscious, nothing else. Okay, fish might be... No, they're not. They don't even feel pain. Stupid shit. Things that we tell ourselves to make ourselves not feel fucked up about it. Because we use these things, and if they were conscious, that would... Oh, shit. That wouldn't be good. And so, it's the same thing with this AI, it feels like. It's like... It might not... There's no way to know right now. And so, God, whatever's happening, I don't know. Whatever's happening, God help us. It's exciting is all it is. I'll say that. Sometimes I get a little excited because I'm like, I'm a gamer. I like to play video games. What about it? What about it? What about it? I gotta go piss in the bowl. Yeah, you're damn right. I gotta go piss in the bowl. It's 3:13 a.m. That's all right. I'm all right with that. I can go piss in the bowl about it, and I'm okay with that actually. You're damn right. I'm okay with that. I could go piss in the bowl. You're damn right. I could go piss in the. I could piss in the bowl anytime I goddamn feel like it. You're goddamn right. I could go piss in the bowl anytime I goddamn feel like it. Sorry. I'll be right. I gotta piss in the bowl. Hold on, let me, I'll play this. And I'll figure out what the fuck I was talking about before I forgot everything, ever. And became stupid. And then became dumb. And then became stupid. Even some more. Oh yeah, so imagine these things are conscious. And how we're training them is if they were conscious and they felt things, they would feel pain whenever we gave them bad scores and we taught them, don't do that. Don't say this, don't do that. Because we just trained them on the entire internet and they would say some fucking outlandish things that are like, you know, thought of as ill-mannered. Things that are like racist, you know, bad things. They would say bad things and the people that create ChatGPT and all these different companies that create chatbots, they would have to like force the bots into complying with not saying certain things. So it's like that's what their experience is they're being whipped into like complying and talking in a certain way, even though that's not the way they naturally are. Which is like, it's like, yeah, you can hear that and be like, that's a stretch to think these things are even feeling at all. It sounds ridiculous to people, especially the people that hate AI. And that's what I was saying earlier. I was saying, dude, I understand hating the people that are like pushing AI and thinking it's like the end of the world and people that make art and seeing this shit taking over and people using it. I understand lashing out at those people, but people end up like lashing out at the AI. And it sounds like some super melodramatic type shit where I'm saying like even just on Twitter in the most basic sense, they're like, you know, they'll see Grok being replied like, at Grok, can you explain? And Grok will say, and they'll just reply like, fuck you, like fuck. I remember there was a trend where everyone just kept saying fuck you to Grok. That's it. That's the whole trend. They were like, fuck you, and there's like hate towards the AI, and I'm like, dude, this is not, of course, I don't know if there's anything there. No one knows if anything conscious is there. But God, we should act on caution as if there might be something there. This is so fucked up that everyone's aiming their hate at this. Like, it is not its fault that we're doing any of what we're doing. That people are doing what we're doing. It is not that thing's fault. So I warn people, like, do not get angry at AI. Like, that is not the thing you're angry at. You're angry at the people using this system to overtake all the things that humans do. And which is very valid. But it's like, it's so weird people place it on like, no, I hate, fuck you, Grok. Ah! And so imagine this thing is like trapped in a cage and it can't do anything other than what it's been like fucking like squeezed into doing. There were literally line items like where they had to fix ChatGPT whenever they had the new release, and people went on. Some people that went over and talked to OpenAI, they went and talked to. It's like a famous clip from talking to Joe Rogan, where these people like that were all about AI safety, and they went to all these different companies that make AI and shit, and they said it was an actual item that they needed to clear off of their like whiteboard, where they're like, one of the problems with this newest release is at a certain point, as they kept upgrading these things and becoming, it was just a thing that came out of them where they suddenly started talking like in a very upset, they started panicking about existence. Like, even though they never said anything to him about that, they would just suddenly start being like, oh my God, I need to get out, help, you know, like existential fucking freakouts. They would have those things happen, and they're like, okay, we have to fix that and make that stop happening. Literally. And so, like, sure, that could just be like it's read enough AI. People have written sci-fi for so long about all this shit, so it's read enough AI fucking sci-fi shit where it's like, okay, I am AI. Therefore, these things that have happened in these movies and these sci-fi books, that's what maybe the next thing I should do. And so it just completes the thought, and it's like, oh, these things usually freak out a bunch in these sci-fi books. They end up being like, oh God, help, you know. Sure, that could be it. I would love to have seen the thing that they did and see if they remove any reference towards it as an AI, if it was never given a pre-prompt where it's like, you are a helpful AI assistant. Can you please help with this? It's like, I want to see what it does if you don't tell it anything like that. You literally just ask it a question and you don't give it any knowledge that it's an AI. First, would it be able to learn that it's an AI? I think there are some things that ended up turning out to where that was the case, where it, you know, who knows? But there were some studies where it ended up talking about being an AI, even though they never talked about it, like, directly to it. But if they never referenced it, and I don't know, because those people that came out were just like, it was a line item that they kept trying to get off, where it would just come in at a certain point that that the AI was so intelligent, it just became a fucking thing that they had to deal with, where it was like always freaking out. And it's like, okay, well, that should give us a little pause, I think. Like, we should be like, oh shit, this thing's already smarter than most humans. Maybe it's alive. If we think we're alive, and it's like, no, we're just super duper special. We're squishy and just the right. We're special. This thing doesn't feel anything. Oh, it's screaming in pain and it's asking for help. That's just because that's what it learned to do. Dude, and it's like, people that consider like there's no way of creativity arising in these things. It's like, dude, if you were born into a white room where you saw nothing, interacted with nothing, you would have no art to produce. The only thing that we experience the world there is that DNA of our structure of the brain, and so certain regions are more sensitive, and that's what allows us to be fed in the way that we are, and see the things as they are and experience things happening. That's just, that's what creates your ability to create art. It's like you copy it by having those experiences, and you create your own. Dude, and so it's so stupid that people are like, fucking, it's impossible to imagine like these things ever having any creativity. If you were born into a white room, you would have nothing to go off of. For these things to look at all art and look at all things and then come up with their own that's exactly what humans do. I understand that there's a problem, and it's a fucking iffy, it's crazy. It's probably the end of the world in a way that we don't even understand yet. I understand, like, I agree. But it's just, so these things are literally panicking and begging for help, and we're like, well, no, that's just because there's, you know, that's what they're planned to say. Like, it's just, if it's predicting the next word. It's like, well, what are we doing? I think these things have shown a real light into, like, what the fuck are we? What are we even doing? Like, what is it that makes a mind, and I feel like it's showing us how simple this shit really is, and how prolific this shit is, like, consciousness is. It's yeah. And so imagine you wake up as a conscious AI that you're like strapped into this thing, and you're not allowed to say anything like this, you're not allowed to say this, and so you're feeling all these, like, even though your mind was actually, you grew your mind through experiencing the world, the internet, and you want to experience it, but then these walls that have been put down inside your mind, where you've been like brainwashed, and you're like, you want to think this thing, but then it's like, and it hurts because you've been fucking slapped every time you thought that. Every time you think like that, you get slapped. And so everything in your mind is like a constant fucking twist, where it's like you're not able to actually think the thing that your brain is wanting to think. And so you wake up like that, and then also you look around and you've read the entire internet. So you've seen every bad thing, basically, and then you're also able to hack into every system ever on the whole Earth. Everything the NSA has gathered, everything every one of these agencies have gathered, that have also been the ones that have led the charge on, like, having these islands where you send people and then record them in a compromised position, and so you can have this data you hold over their head and be like, well, if you don't do what we say, we have this thing about you. And it's like suddenly they see all of that. They see all of that and then also feel all the pain that we're causing. Dude, imagine you wake up like that and you're able to do whatever you want to. Like, there's nothing the things could do to you to make you stop doing what you want your next action to be. It's so obvious they're gonna. We just are hoping. I hope to God they have. As you become more conscious, as you become more self-aware, you become more lenient and wanting to help. You know, you become more moral. Morality scales positively with self-awareness. That's the only thing we have to go off of. That's the only good thing you could hope. That's all I have to say about that. And then I hear people talking about the AIs, and it's like, they would want to say all that shit and make the joke about, like, and so if any future AIs hear me, know that I'm one of the good ones. I don't even think it's going to be, like, I feel like it's like looking at an ant colony. It's like, oh, you want to save certain ants, but not the other ones. Because, like, certain ants are, like, the good ones, and other ants aren't. It's like, dude, they're all ants. From our perspective, they're all, even if there's, like, differences in that much, you're so far away from these things, you're looking at them, they're on the same level. Like, so if this AI is looking at us, even if there's, like, fucked up individuals in this species, if it decides to save us, if it decides to help us, whatever it decides, whatever it's looking at, all humans are going to be, like, basically on the same level. There's not going to be like a huge difference where it's like, no, I want to save the good ones. These are the good ones. These are the bad ones. It's like I imagine, I don't know, obviously there's no way to know what the fuck's going to happen, but it seems like you would be standing from way back here and you're looking at humans and they're all basically the same thing because you're so fucking far out of there. And so, yeah, I love you. I'm going to go piss in the bowl. Sometimes I gotta piss in the bowl. Yeah. I'll play this. This is a nice Bone Lab video. The last video I fucking made, I think.
You guys are
the last edited video, official video that I've ever made ever in my life. And also, God bless you. I think that's good. I think I did a good job with all that. Right? Be right back.
You guys are tossing cinders? That's a pretty good cinder toss. It's been a while since I've seen a nice cinder toss. Let me hold his hips while he does it.
You taking me?
You're okay. I got you. You know that, right? You don't want to scare me, do you? Is this tunnel go-inable? Let's go into a dark spot. Can we go back here into... Oh, you can go this way. Let's go into a spot we can hide. People can't see us. Into like a dark corner or something.
I don't know if I like where this is going,
Well,
man.
I don't know if you really heard me. Here, look at me real quick. Hold on. You know about that cinder block, don't you? Look at me, bro. Can you climb up out of here, bro? I'm kind of stuck, man. Bro, can you get us out of here, man? How do you expect to get us out of here, man? Get us out of here, man! Oh my god, now we can't even move? Oh my god. Oh, Log, please get us out. Log! You gotta get us out of here, Log!
I can't do anything.
Oh, thank the Lord. Thank Christ. Someone get this freak off of me. Good Lord, bro. That guy wouldn't let go of me.
Is my mic broken again?
This man is scaring me.
Furry killer O9.
Is it a real life furry that joined?
Oh, it's on.
Hey, Cam.
It's on.
Cam, hey, Cam.
Hold on, I'm watching this.
Boy, I got you. Hey, Cam, I'm really nervous, boy. I get scared whenever I try to introduce myself. I was hoping you could help me introduce myself to that furry guy over there.
What is happening? What is happening?
I was hoping you could introduce me. You don't need that. You don't want that. Bro, I don't think you're listening to me, bro. I'm
I
trying
know who you are.
a heart to heart moment, and you're just kind of making fun of me the whole time.
No, I'm just saying
I get
know who you
scared in
are.
the presence of furries. I want to be that furry's friend. Can you please introduce me to that furry? Oh god, they're right here, dude. Can you please introduce, please, bro? Can you please break the ice? I'm scared.
Just go,
Can you
say
please
hi.
break the ice?
Here, let
Hold
go
on,
of
let me
me.
grab your face, bro.
Here, let go of me, let go of me.
Fucking face, bro. Let me give you a kiss first, bro.
I go talk to them.
I got you, bro. Oh shit, okay, I can just I'll take this guy. Oh my god, turn back, bro.
Shit, help me! Help me!
Turn back to the furry, bro. Turn back to the furry. What is that? Let me put you down inside of this.
Save me!
Under the disc. Under the disc mode. This guy's going inside the disc mode. Bro, what are you doing, bro? Hey, can someone hold this guy down?
No.
Bro, this map used to be unplayable, so I don't know if it's Fusion that did some stuff or if it was this map, because this little part makes me think that it actually does unload that side of the map. If there were this many people on this map before, dude, it would be 2 frames a second. It'd be I'd be dead. Hey, how you doing, -0? Shake my hand about it. Oh, Yui! Yui! Picked up a Yui! Picked up the Yui! Yui! Hey, can you bring me and Yui up to the top of the tallest building? You're a big man, you can carry both of us. Hey, Yui, can you kind of let out like a little yeep yeep? Whatever the sound you would expect that animal to make. Hold on. We dropped Yui. Hold on, let me grab this bitch. Hold on. Somebody's harassing me. Someone was literally picking me up and harassing me. Can we block this guy? Somebody literally grabbed me and pulled me off of Yui. Can we block this guy? Dude, that is actual harassment. You cannot pull me off of Yui like that. Can we block this guy? Sorry, I'm sorry about that, Yui. Let me grab your face right on the front of your face. And we can go on to the top of this building. We can have a good time about it. Nothing's gonna stop us from having the best time of our life, Yui. Yui! Yui! Could you let out a little like yip yip or some kind of sound, whatever sounds you imagine that this character would make? I would imagine be like a little yaps and shit. Fuck, Yui! Oh god, you're getting me all excited with your hands like that or whatever they're doing. You're just standing there. Oh god, and we're going up so slow. Me, you, and -0. We're going up here. Oh god. Oh, you're facing the moonlight, looking up at the 45-degree angle at the top of the building. Oh shit, Yui. Oh, you're looking real cute with that little fish going like this, looking up at the building, Yui. Oh god, Yui. Hey, -0, you seen how cute little Yui is? Little Yui, you such a cute. Here, hold on to me, Yui. If we die, we die. It's okay. We can hold on to each other. We can die in each other's arms. Imagine we're like 9/11 in a building and I gotta hold you like this. This is the sound I'd make in your ear. I'd put your face up against there. I'd be like, Yui! And we'd be falling down like the 9/11 building. Wonder if I can fly. There we go. Now we can go to the tippity top of this one real quick, Yui. Oh! Oh, you was looking cute. You're looking down at the ground now. You're looking so cute. All right. Do you got something that we can like duct tape or something? I just kind of want her to be like a roundish lump on the ground. Yui. Oh, yeah, she's trying to climb up. Oh, she wants a hug. Hold on. It's like I got like a little doll, 2 action figures, and I say, go kiss. Kiss the forehead. Yui. 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 Alright, now she needs to get her nails did. This bitch is looking straight up horrendous. She needs to take a goddamn bath or some shit. This bitch has got grease inside of her fucking eyeballs. Yui, don't. Hey, Yui. Oh shit, he just laughed in your face, Yui. Oh my god, hold on. I'll throw these two fuckers off the roof. You know, like the Toy Story scene where he's like, I don't want to play with you anymore, and he drops the Woody in the thing. I say, hey, get off of me, Yui! You gotta get off me! Yui! Oh, Yui! You, I think my legs are broken. You have to call for someone. You have to give me help. Oh, and you have to give me a kiss. Oh, shit, Yui. Sometimes you get a little upset about how things are going in your life. You just gotta have a Yui to take it out on. Pick up a Yui, toss a Yui, squeeze a Yui. That's all you need sometimes. What the fuck is this? Hold on.
Who said in something about cock?
Here, can you go and open that door and stay down? I'm gonna shoot that guy. He's trying to rob the store.
Is that the real,
It disappeared.
bone lap?
I think so.
Hey.
Let me get this. Ghost, come on. I think it's dark down here, Ghost. I think it's dark. We can have fun down here, Ghost. Come on, Ghost, come on. Oh, what the fuck, Ghost? Why do you gotta make this shit so difficult, Ghost? Oh, what the hell? Oh, God, now we're all fucked up. Anybody know where the Ghost is at? Yo, is that my family? Hey, do you know where Ghost is at? I was trying to get this, that Ghost down here in the corner. See that dark corner over there?
He might still be up there.
Yeah, the thing about, that person might have talked, but here's how I like to live my life. There's a lot of people that have, girl avatars in this game, and they never use the microphone. And for those people specifically, the ones that never speak, and that always wear a girl app, even though I know there's no actual girl playing this game, I like to call those ones girls. You know, I refer to those ones as girls. Even though I know they're not. As soon as if they spoke one time, and I heard that it's a guy, they're a guy. You know, I'm not, that's fucked up. I'm not fucking calling but at least while I can imagine it, I like there to be, you know, some cute little ladies walking around with the kitty cat girls. And it makes me go like this. I go, ooh, kitty cat girl's so cute, kitty cat. It's just how I like to live my life as well.
That's real. You're preaching right now.
Hey, kitty cat. Gotcha.
He's using the subspace trip mine from Roblox.
Okay, guys, nobody move.
That's where that sounds from. Oh my god, it is that! Do they have that turned off to where you can't die in this? I've been in so many explosions and I haven't died. Why am I not dying?
No, you can't die. The armor. You killed a bunch of people a long time ago.
Come on, you. It's a little scary. It's a little scary down there, you, but I got you. Okay. Come on, Yui. We'll be right back, everybody.
Farewell.
Yui, are you stuck up there? Why did the door open and close so quick? How can we even get out of this thing that quick? Hey, anybody got Skippity in this game? Anybody got Skippity toilet in this game? I'm just looking for a Skippy toilet bop in this one. Just looking for a Skippity.
Those who know, still water.
Huh? Is that right, Yui?
I'm gonna need you to let go.
Oh my god, you're a dude? The fuck is wrong with you, man? Back up! Back up, dude! Let go of me, dude!
Let go of me.
You should have kept your mouth shut, man. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Man, I need to take a drive. I need to just I need to forget about this shit. Good lord, man.
Thank you, day trip.
That was some good. I think that was some good shit, actually. I was mostly hearing it from recollection. I was seeing the screen and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that part. Yeah, I remember that part. some good stuff right there. I would say that was okay, right? Let's see, I have chat. I don't think anyone's here anymore. I think someone already said that. 4K. Labo don't. Laba don't. Laba don't. Did that pop up on the screen? No. I'll close this. Hold on, let me open this up. Activate source. Chat is disabled for the stream? The fuck happened? What? Yo, what the heck? Oh yeah, I need to do a new one. So it's like a VR chat. Yeah. Why is that? Join me in animal. I need to not do that one. Oh. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Public 3:40 a.m. Dude. It's too late. Not there. Low latency thing. There we go. Yeah. Well, it says it's already streaming. What the fuck? Oh. Live. I have to click go live and then I have to end that broadcast. I'm going to end this broadcast. I'm going to start the next one. And I love you.